Welcome to Unpopular Opinions. I'm Dave Temple. Beside me are my two co-hosts, Conrad Raw, Cisco Alderando.
Conrad has a circulation of my 85-year-old grandfather.
That's how any young kid ended up fighting a grown man.
You're going to catch a $150 from Mulaney.
From Mulaney? You think Mulaney $150? What the fuck is with women? They want those two things. They want your emotions and they want to stick stuff in your butthole.
Like, I didn't cry for like 25 years.
Oh shit, I broke my dick.
You can't walk more than 100 yards in Tim's. So you could do a Black Lives Matter stroll.
That's worse than the fat guy giving you running advice.
Yeah, I didn't know about Dominicans. I got to Brooklyn.
Yeah, I'm not cool with that one, guys. I'm not fucking with y'all on that one.
I want to know about the grip thing here. Is this left or right? How you do?
Call the hotline, 267-225-0334. Leave a message on there.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Unpopular Opinions. I am your host with the most, Dave Temple, that well-spoken black man with the chip on his shoulder. To my right, I got Conrad Roth, white privilege genius. And to my left, I got Cisco Alderando, the Puerto Rican that goes uptown and downtown. We are the epitome of a joke. A black, a white, and a Puerto Rican walk into a studio of the podcast.
All we need is a rabbi and a Mexican.
No, I mean, you actually have it's a Puerto Rican, a black guy, and a Polish guy walk into somewhere.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, man, it's a shame. Like, of all the places you could be, being Polish, and then it's like the joke is like, oh shit, they're the butt of all the jokes, huh? That's some luck.
We got everything though. We got a Jewish producer, and I think Mikey's got to be like Italian.
Yeah.
Rufo is an Italian name, right?
Yeah.
So that's everything. That's weird though. Sometimes you could get like when you get so to a point that people can't even recognize what you are. Do you feel a little bit like lost? Like, do you ever feel somewhere? Because no one picks you up to be Puerto Rican right off the bat, right?
No. The only people who don't identify me right away as Puerto Rican, as soon as they see me, are white people. No, white people. Everybody I've never gotten and misidentified by anything else other than white people. Okay. Cops especially know just from looking at me I'm Puerto Rican. Oh. My whole life.
Have you ever been misidentified as a cop?
Yeah, all the time as a cop.
Isn't that pretty? That's pretty racist to accuse a white guy of being a cop, right?
I don't know. It's like, isn't like all like casting for movies and stuff? It's like, if you don't look like this, we're not going to cast you in it. So it's like, what do I look like? Like a detective or like a lawyer or a banker or fill in the blank? And it's like, send them to central casting and audition for these parts.
Yeah.
With the face you have going right now, you definitely look like a cop who just got kicked out by his wife.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Right. It's better than like just looking like just like an intern at a bank.
Or, but you kind of have the Men's Warehouse look today with the groom. Because you remember the Men's Warehouse guy? The guy would always be like, you're going to like the way you look. And it's like, what do you do, sir? What do you do?
Men's Warehouse, saying I look like Men's Warehouse is kind of offensive.
Really? Why?
Because
I'm trying to sit with my legs crossed too.
Isn't it like bottom rung fashion?
Is it? I don't know, man.
Coming from like from here, it's like a level up though, because it's a store, so you're not like getting it's a step up from like JCPenney and like Macy's.
Really, I would think anything with warehouse in the name, I'm gonna think is like
it's definitely not high end, but it's like it's not like you're getting a bargain suit from like Macy's or JCPenney off the rack. They have fitters that, you know what I mean? Like when you walk in, they have fitters and they have like dudes who are just dedicated to jackets.
My first suit ever, like I was still in college, was from Men's Warehouse. I paid
mine too.
$300 for it. I think I recently just got rid of it, but yeah.
You know what is the worst colored shirt of all time you can have, or for a suit, is maroon.
The jacket being maroon.
That might be okay. The shirt, if you have a maroon shirt, they just never look right.
I would say black. A black shirt with a suit is very untrustworthy. Like that guy seems like he got rich doing like this almost like televangelist level. You know what I mean? Like
a black shirt means you're fat. Like because I used to rock the all black.
But see, only shiesty people did that. Like there were fat businessmen who just wore white shirts. They were just fat. But once you started switching the color of your shirt, especially to a black, that's usually the guy with the wavy slick back and the rings on every finger, the mustard, the honey mustard suit.
Harrison Ford in regard to Henry.
right, so here's the deal, man, guys. We run through unpopular opinions. Just because you're offended don't mean you're right. You just haven't been exposed to that point of view. So I want to run through some topics tonight, you know what I mean? Just some things that have been brewing in my mind, man. First up on the chopping block for me, unpopular opinion, I don't think men don't need to make more than women anymore. Like in the household, relationship, couples, married, men do not need to make more than your woman.
Right. I mean, I think that's almost a popular opinion, but I don't think women are going to agree with that too much. You know what I mean? Like, there's still a way that they're like, no, I'd still prefer that you make more than me, even though in public I'll say that I
add Latino men to that equation. Like when you said that, you're like, nah, fuck that. I can't have my woman make more money. I'm the man.
Yeah.
Like all this 20th century mentality just came rushing back to me. Like, nah, I gotta put food on the table. What kind of man am I if I don't put food on the table and provide for my family? I'm like, wait a minute, motherfucker, you don't even have a family.
Right. But I mean,
that was a complete.
It's a fascinating concept though
to
even say you got to put food on the table. I don't cook. It's just gonna be her that does. It's her that does the food shopping. The meal prep, all that shit. So like me putting food on the table, that's an old concept, man. I have nothing to do with food showing up on the table, bro. Like you can't even send me to the supermarket, bro. I don't know where shit is in the supermarket. Like I don't even handle, like when I was still a family man, I didn't even handle takeout on the weekends, man, because it was just like that's y'all thing. We should be cooking. If y'all got extra money for pizza, go ahead. I'm struggling to keep a roof over our head.
Mm-hmm. I could see where you're coming from with it, and on the surface, it's a noble gesture. It's a great. Hey, women could also make money, but
yeah,
there's a small part. I don't know. I know. I'm not saying I'll be homeless, but would I be? I don't know if I would be. I would feel ashamed, I think, almost. And
well, here's the thing.
I'm not a shameful guy, but I'm thinking about it. Because, like, me and my lady don't live together. You know what I mean? Like, I still... And I'm maintaining, for my family. I don't know off the top of my head how I would react to that. And I would like to think that I'd be like, oh, it's cool. But I know myself to the point where I might be a bitch about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it wouldn't come out, and it wouldn't come out like in anything but passive aggressive shit.
Jesus Christ! But all right, how would you know?
I don't know.
How would you even know? That's what I'm saying.
She would have to say
when
something.
Does this even come up in a conversation when dating to be like, all right, how much do you make?
Well, for almost any comedian, unless you're making that money, whoever you're dating is going to be making a lot more money than you.
Right.
I
mean, but do you guys have any idea how much your significant others make, or whether they make more than you?
More than me, I think.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Okay, and you're cool with it.
Yeah. Well, to be fair.
Yeah. For now, I mean, I'm okay with it as long as I don't like anything being held over my head, so I don't want to get into an argument and it's like, yeah, but you're a loser, or you don't make enough money, or whatever.
Here's the thing: as long as you can hold your own, you're good.
By the way, for all this shit I'm talking, I'm unemployed and my lady works, so she definitely makes more money than me.
Now, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing: where in your life have you had that example? Did your dad make more than your mom?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay. How about yours?
My dad wasn't ever around, so
yeah, right. So I
don't even know how much money he made. I'm gonna fucking never pay. You bringing up a lot of shit, Dave.
But what I'm saying is, you're definitely okay with a woman running the show.
If I was, put it this way, if I got married, I would I can tell you 100%. I would look at my chick and I'd be like, yo, here's money, handle all the bills and shit. Just tell me whatever you know what I mean. Like I wouldn't even hesitate to do that. Here's all the fight. Like if I turn around and get divorced, I'd have to be like, yo, could you just give me an allowance? How much am I supposed to have after that? You know what I mean? Like it would be like that.
Why? That's only been done once, right? Only who's it? Mary J. Blige's husband. He gets alimony from her.
So does probably Britney Spears' ex-husband.
Oh yeah. K-Fed, yeah.
And both and just as a dude, like you can't. Because here's the thing. It goes for that. It goes both ways. Like Mary J. Blige's husband and Kevin Federline, y'all wasn't shooting in the gym. You understand what I'm saying?
Kevin Federline was. He was
a
his
dancer.
background. He was doing
He was
all
a
of the
dancer.
moves.
He didn't write
with
no song.
Britney.
He didn't sing shit.
Neither did
He didn't
Britney.
do shit. No, Britney at least sang. Britney wasn't Britney on Disney? Britney was a Disney kid, right?
Yeah.
She had all that Disney shit, man. She got the mouse indoctrination. K-Fed, nah, he's bullshit. Same thing with, like, what did Mary J's husband do? You didn't do shit.
I think they.
He
went and got the crack. He went and got the crack.
Okay.
Jeez, is that
At least
documented?
Ike Turner played guitar. That's all I'm saying. Ike was on stage playing guitar. Mary J's husband. And what are you getting? You know what I'm saying?
Well,
What are you
that's a
getting?
talent
Alimony?
in itself.
Come on.
That's a talent in itself to be attached to someone famous and know how to stay the fuck out of the way. Nowadays, you know everyone's significant other, right? You know,
They
like
got TV shows for him.
Huh? Yeah. All I did, I laid down underneath of a basketball player once. Give me a television show. You know what I mean? Like,
It's hard to.
I had sex with a basketball player with no condom. Where's my TV show?
The baby mamas of the NBA. Is that a show?
I fucked a chick who plays in the D League in Turkey right now. Can I get a show?
No, because they're not paying her any money. I just think that you should try to get money to be not a problem. So all the time, your goal in money is like, how can I make enough money where it just doesn't cause problems for me?
Or how can you adjust your wants and needs to the income that you have?
Right.
That's the key right there.
Yeah.
Because happiness, true happiness, and I think we've talked about this before, you can take kids in a third world country, right? They can not have shoes, they can have flies hanging around their eyes, all that. If their bellies are full and they have a sense of safety, they will play.
Yeah.
That's all you really need. Full belly, sense of safety, you're happy.
The problem with that, also, when it comes to your chick making more than you, your lady making more than you, whoever you, and you know what, whoever you're with, because let's not leave gay people out of this. Whoever you're with, if you were raised a certain way, you're gonna want to be that breadwinner, and it's gonna sting if you're not. Like, you have to deprogram yourself from that shit.
So where do you think like a lesbian would get that? Because there are lesbians who play the dominant role or the aggressive role that, you know, they're women and they still like, I gotta be the provider, I still gotta make more money, right?
Yeah.
Which is toxic, ain't it?
Well, it's toxic to a point, because if you can deal with it and do what you can and not let it affect the relationship, I don't think it's toxic. I don't think it becomes toxic until it starts affecting you know what I mean? Like, until you start taking it out on somebody. You can feel however you want to feel, but if you can not let that feeling bleed over and know that she or she ain't got nothing to do with it,
Right.
you know. But it'll sting, you know what I mean? Like, it'll definitely sting. I don't care who you are. If you're a man, if you identify as the provider and you ain't providing, it's gonna fucking eat at you. It's gonna eat at you.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. I think it's money. It's all in very different. Everyone has a different take on it. Like, generally. Anyway, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I think it's a very uncomfortable conversation to have, and it's best to just like not talk about the money in a relationship. You know what I mean? Like,
Yo, me and the girl that I'm dating now, we actually did this when we first started dating. Like, we did it on like a 1, 2, 3, shout out how much you made. Like, just to get that out of the way.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it is interesting now where it's like, okay, we can talk about stuff like that, where it's like, you know, if I'm going to do a gig and it'd be like, yo, how much are you getting for this? And I can tell her, she'd be like, you probably should have asked for more, or you probably should have, you know what I mean? And it's like, I never had that before, to just freely talk about money.
right.
Like
I mean, I think it's like best said in The Godfather when he says, "I told you to never ask me about my business."
Yeah, but his business was murder.
I know, but
and to be fair, what's her name? Now, Diane Keaton's the actress. Kay is the character. Kay couldn't help him with murder. If you're Dave's lady can help him. That's not nice. You know what I'm saying? Like, because she's in the same.
I'm pulling her in as a
But-
team member.
yeah,
You
but-
understand what I'm saying? At
Right.
that point, you need somebody to tell you that. Like, yo, you could have got.
I
X.
understand,
You
but,
asked for X, you could have got Y.
yeah, I mean, I'm saying that because I've been in the position before where I was completely open with all of that, and then it was just nonstop. Like, you should make more. You need to charge them more money. You need to do this. It's like, I don't like that at all. It's like, because now it's like, you got this thorn in your side, and you're like, all the time, like just one more thing to worry about. Like, I'm making enough. That should be enough. And I'm always trying to make more money, but it's like, yeah, don't like, it just gets annoying after a while when, sure, there's things that we can all change about ourselves, money being one, but it's like, I don't need to hear about it all the time.
Yeah.
I think, but also with that one, that's you got to take that like on a case by case basis, because that also bleeds over into that. That's when you pull the Godfather thing. You go, yeah, we're not talking about my business right now. We're good. I'm good. When I remember I took this chick out once and she didn't like where we were going, but she liked the food.
Right.
And then she didn't like the waitress, but she liked the food. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you complain about all this shit. So I had to check and be like, Ma, listen, we eating. I'm good.
Right.
If you're going to keep up with this shit, let me know, because we could just leave now.
Right.
I'll leave this meal that I'm enjoying just so I ain't got to hear you bullshit.
Right.
If it's valid, I'm with you. But you're complaining right now for the sake of complaining. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, and I think
came in with a chip on your shoulder. I don't want them chips falling in my meal.
right.
Was I asshole for doing it? Yes. But at the same time, yo, slow down. I get you're everybody's entitled to, and it goes both ways. When I say we're done talking about this, we're done talking about it.
Right.
Yeah.
If you say you're done talking about it, I gotta respect that.
This conversation is over. Remember that scene from fucking God damn it! What's the movie? Fight Club. Fight Club.
Yes.
Yeah.
He
But
closes-
also,
closes the door slow.
Yeah, that's a good metaphor. I mean, I think my whole life is about avoiding inconveniences. So I'm just trying to keep it like nice and smooth. So I don't need to. And I don't know. I think there's also, I'm of this ilk. I think that you should be honest, but you don't have to know everything about somebody.
I agree.
You know what I mean? So it's like, and money is in that. It's like, you don't need to know how much I make. Do I make enough? Yeah. Okay. So then we're good. You know. So
It's a sensitive one, man. Yeah, people don't like to throw that number out there, man.
No, and also, but that doesn't. To me, that doesn't matter until until somebody's wife or spoused.
sure. I mean, yeah, because
You know
then
what I'm saying? Like,
you're gonna find that out in tax.
If this is the main,
taxes.
if this is the, but no, not even before you get married. But like, if this is, there's levels to this shit. So like, if we just fucking around, I don't give a fuck what money you make. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we kind of serious, I'm still not caring about money. Now you moving in, we gotta talk.
Right.
Okay.
We gotta talk, because
Okay.
there's no way. I don't give a fuck. There's no
So-
way you moving in and not paying bills.
So,
you ever had
but-
that shit? You ever had that shit?
No.
we could be
No, I've
together.
never had
We could
that.
be together.
I've never
No,
had
bitch,
that.
no. You ain't coming in here and not paying no bills.
So
That's not happening.
if she comes to move in,
Yeah.
she's gonna pay bills. Now you got to discuss how much she makes, and she makes way more than you. Are you okay?
I have to shut the fuck up. That's why I don't know. You understand
But then
what I'm saying?
again, I guess it's pretty obvious if she's moving in with you, she doesn't make more than you.
Actually, no. To keep it 100, love makes people do stupid shit.
Oh,
I've had a chick move in with me like who left like I don't know why women do this. That's my own self-loathing coming through. But yeah, she moved in and she was making good money. She had like so we don't and by the time she left, the only cool thing about that was the reason she left was it wasn't because of money. At least it was, you know what I mean?
Right.
It wasn't like, motherfucker, you broke. It was
Yeah,
like,
but
this shit's not
again,
working
so
out.
you're gonna pay the bills. As long as you pay the bills, you don't need to know how much that person makes.
Yeah, no. You know what's funny is that we didn't have that conversation. Like, I was younger, so we didn't have that conversation when she moved in. When you're young, you just do stupid shit like, yeah, come in.
Now here's
When you're an adult, you're like, wait a minute, I have a lease.
What's
If we
your-
get into an argument, my name is on this bitch.
officer, and she only make $24,000 a year. She don't even belong in this gated community.
She don't even pay cable in this bitch. She ain't even paying for
You
cable.
see that car right there with the missing hubcaps? That's her. That's the life she belongs to, officer. Please escort her out of here and change the PIN code so that she can't get back. Matter of fact, get my little, what's those, the key fob. Get my key fob off of her.
Now
Real shit.
speaking of money, what about other things that do you need to know? Like, do you need to know how many people the other person slept with?
No.
Yeah, nah.
No.
Really?
Listen, you know what's funny? That's a very adult thing to fucking. That's a very adult stance.
But see,
to
that's
take.
a weird
when
question.
you a young dude, I want no hoe. After you fucking
See,
35,
even that-
after you 35,
That is a weird question for you to ask a chick how many people she slept with, and you haven't been to the doctor in 2 years. Like, come on, son. Like, what the fuck? Like, this is a weird. Like, you know what I mean? like. Because I just feel like all bets is off depending on how you live. So I don't command, the way I live, I don't command to ask a chick how many people you slept with.
yeah, because what happened before you got there, it don't really count because it's not supposed. That shit don't carry over.
And plus, I just don't live my life that I drink water out the spigot.
So?
Right, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just weird things the way I do.
Yeah, I mean, so that's exactly how I feel about the money thing. The way you feel about the sexual partners is how I feel about the money. You don't need to know.
Yeah. No, I definitely, I can see where you're coming from.
Right.
But remember, where I was coming from was a complete cultural.
I understand, yeah.
Where I was, it's so
is
funny.
why
My
we
pops
do
was
it.
a deadbeat motherfucker, but I'm like, I can hear him in the back of my, one of the few things I remember from him was just be like, no, you got to be a man. Like,
Yeah.
motherfucker, you wasn't
Yeah.
around to show me.
I love it. That's
But
why we
I
do
do
it.
remember that.
Unpopular opinions. Just because you offended don't mean you're right. You
Hey,
just
can-
ain't heard that point of view.
Can we do a disclaimer too, by the way?
Go ahead.
When we say opinions, motherfucker, because here's the thing. People are getting canceled for shit they say on podcasts, so we should at least put this out there officially. Not only are these opinions, none of the stuff we're saying here is, how do I put this? Is like binding. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I think if you had a
If
lawyer.
anybody comes after me for like 10 years from now and says, oh, well, you said this on a podcast. Bitch, there's something that we call, I
love
want to look
that.
at the camera and say this. There's something we call jokes. And if you don't understand what a joke is, bitch, this life ain't for you. All right? Because I was just having this conversation yesterday of, oh, be careful what you say. If you have to watch what you say when you're trying to make people laugh, there's no point in making people laugh. That's not me advocating horrible shit happening to people. Everything can be made funny. And
Yeah.
if you disagree with that, stop watching this shit.
Fuck
Yeah,
with
but also canceling is temporary. The Cause is back on Amazon, baby.
Yeah.
you go, look at that.
And he's
And,
back on
uh,
Twitter.
To be
And-
fair, Cliff Huxtable never hurt anybody.
Right. So that's the sponsor of the show is The Cosby Show
What team-
on Amazon. Check it out. Download and subscribe to The Cosby Show.
I wish we had one. Excuse me while I go work for Amazon Prime.
Next unpopular opinion, I want to put on the chopping block. We don't give people enough time to regroup. Talking about like someone like the Kaz or, even OJ, who they were upset at last week for getting the vaccine. Like apparently he's not allowed to have the vaccine.
Who?
But like OJ
OJ can't have the vaccine?
OJ got the vaccine and posted a picture on Twitter. They went nuts. He's getting the vaccine while wearing a mask that says the juice. He has his own merch, goddammit.
That's awesome.
So here's the deal, right? But I wonder whether it's like if a guy trips and falls like that late in life, there's no room to regroup. So like I saw a meme today on social media, and this one caught me. It said that Maya Angelou, at 20 years old, was a prostitute and a single mother. Had she died at 20, that's her legacy. But she lived long enough. Look what she turned herself into. Mm-hmm. We don't even talk about the prostitution or the single mother shit, right? Malcolm X, thief, rapist at 20. If he'd have died at 20, that's his legacy. But you give him some time and he fucking turned it around. You know what I mean? So, like, is there a way, should we be giving more people more time to regroup from, like, whatever awful position we label them in society?
I mean, I guess it depends on what the crime is.
Right.
But also, maybe, Dave, we need more Christian values in this country to forgive. No, and isn't it funny? Like, all that stuff is biblical, like Mary Magdalene or the prostitutes from the Bible and stuff. And but that's all also the age of 20, I think, that you get a pass. But I don't think at the end of the day, people don't really care that much.
Well, here's the thing. You have two examples, Maya Angelou and Malcolm X, out of millions of people. So, no.
No, what?
Two people. Those
I
are
mean,
two
those
examples.
Were the
Those
two
are
that
the
were
outliers.
in the meme. Those were the two that were in the meme.
Those are the outliers.
Maybe I should have came up with some more examples.
No,
gee.
but that fits my point exactly. It's two people who overcome these incredible odds. That's why they're odds. Listen, not everybody's gonna win. Not everybody gets to be, as a friend of mine used to say, not everybody gets to be Kobe Bryant, yo. You understand? Like,
Yeah.
Some people is gonna. So you have what you have,
Mm-hmm.
and it's what you make out of what you have that determines who you are.
Right.
So giving people more time, Yeah, everybody has time to do something. It's what you do with the time you have, because as easily as Malcolm X turned his life around, he also easily could not have turned his life around. Same thing with Maya Angelou.
Actually, this is a funny, I kind of realized this. I don't think you should be able to stop people from making money, like their jobs. So
When
like
they
this,
fuck up.
yeah, I mean, so all right, you can think badly upon them. You can look down on your nose when you see OJ or whatever. Okay, fine. But they had this, there was like one college football coach that he did something that people didn't like in Iowa or something like that. And then he got hired by the Jaguars. And then they're like, oh, why you hire that guy? And then they fired him. They took his job away before he even started. It's like, so now you want this guy to be homeless and broke? Just because you have
because that doesn't help society.
Yeah, that's not helping
but
anybody.
But they want you to. They never. When you fuck up, you're never allowed to repent, and you understand what I'm saying? You can never stop paying that debt.
Yeah, but see, the weirdest thing is the only way to ever overcome or get better is you need to focus and discipline, which usually comes in the form of work, going to work every day. So you take a man's job away. What do you like? If you take away, I don't know, a sex offender's job, what is he left to do with the rest of the day other than offend sexually?
Right, and isn't that
That's
the same?
the worst case scenario, but yeah, geez, it got dark.
And isn't that the same thing? Like with how difficult it is for convicts to get jobs?
Yeah.
Like it's like do they do that now where they don't look at your criminal background for jobs, or do they?
I think they just made it in New York State illegal to check for something like they changed it. It used to be like you had to state it, and now I think you don't have to.
Which
I don't know if they're allowed to ask.
Here's an unpopular opinion. If you fill out an application in this paper, lie. Like, yo, if you've been convicted of a felony in this paper, no, because they're not checking.
And didn't they used to always call that like pay your debt to society? So it's like I paid my debt to society. I don't owe you anything anymore, right? So I'm done.
Yeah.
So maybe and
it's the weird thing is now, like, and it's not now, I think this has been going on for a while, is that concept of like, okay, you look at like someone like Malcolm X, right? When Malcolm X is, boom, the leader of that movement, there's somebody that can go, but he raped me. Yeah. So does the whole movement come to a stop? Like, there's people who like, look, I didn't know Malcolm when he was raping. I don't know that Malcolm. I only know the brother who's leading us by any means necessary right now. Like, you coming out with this rape shit, you kind of fucking up the vibe around here. You know what I'm saying?
100%. That's something that people don't want to focus on his past, but it's something that happened. Now you have to weigh that against weigh the bad that he's done against the good that he's doing.
Right.
And where do you stand on that? Because the closer you are to the spectrum is where you're going to fall. So he raped, one person?
was he convicted?
I think it's what he went to jail for, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't seen the movie in a while.
Okay.
When we get a bigger budget, we're going to have researchers. They're going to be holding up shit in the side. They're coming, all right? You're going to cancel us 5 years from now when we have a whole fucking staff for you to put out of work.
Yeah.
You made me forget my point. But that's what I'm saying. Like, if anybody who's close to that person that was assaulted by Malcolm X is going to, this is bad, this is terrible, I can't let this go. On the other hand, you have this, where he's doing this for thousands of people. It falls to you as an individual to go, what can I, you know what I mean? What am I okay with? I wasn't there for this. I have to, listen, you're talking about Christian values, you have to forgive that guy. If he repents, if somebody repents to you, listen, brother, if somebody comes up to you and sticks a fucking needle in your eye and asks for your forgiveness, you have to forgive them.
Yeah.
I think at a younger age, it's easier to forgive all those people. So when they were children, like you're a child till you're like 25 years old, essentially. So I mean, when you're but when you do it when you're like 65, it's like you should know better. So
yeah, when you're 65, you had a lot of practice.
Like,
wait. My dad died of Alzheimer's at 62. He was batshit crazy at like 58, 59.
Oh
you know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, like, I feel like, I mean, I get it that the stuff that people can do is horrible, but people really do evolve and change into something different. And I think with enough time, just like the stock market, everybody.
And here's me shooting my comedy career in the foot. Or like we just said, like if you had a lot of practice, I don't think you break bad late in life. Cosby broke bad, and then he was able to get away with shit for years.
Yeah.
And he didn't change, and he didn't repent or whatever. So fuck that guy. He's convicted. He's in jail.
But that's what I'm saying. Is the guy that's
There's
locked
no
up now
coming back from that because of the nature of it. You understand what I'm saying? It's over a period, over years that you did this. You got away with it. They finally caught up to you. Now you're in jail. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
He didn't start doing this at 60. You understand?
Okay.
So like, if somebody gets caught up, or like when somebody gets caught up at an old age, like I said, they've been doing this for a while.
Right.
You know what I mean? Walter White is a TV show.
Also, just stay out of the public eye. If you need like the approval of the public, it's not going to go well a lot of the time.
Okay.
Also, officially, just so anybody understands, we're not saying don't do bad shit. That's what we're also saying.
Right. All right.
Because they'll turn that around and you'll be like, well, he didn't say that you shouldn't do this.
All right. Well, we done finished up our topics that were on the chopping block. All right. So we're about to take a quick break, and then we're about to come back with our subjectors that'll be dropping off their opinion. Hey, what's going on, people? So we're at the halfway part. We're about to go ahead and start bringing our guest on, but I want to take this opportunity to tell you guys, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Instagram at Consider This Comedy, and check out the Instagram live version of the show Tuesdays and Thursdays, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Anything you guys got to plug?
Yeah, follow me on Twitter at Aldorando, ALDORANDO, and that's my Instagram. Sorry, follow me on Instagram at Aldorando. Twitter is at Francisco Comedy.
Francisco Comedy, yeah.
Call the hotline.
You can find this video and any of our past episodes on DaveTempleComedy.com or on Patreon. All right, let's get back into it. All right, and we are back. It's the second half. And you know what's the best part about doing shows in the studio now, man? Just being back. We get to have people, man. I don't have to just pull people up on the live, man. They get to come in, stop in, and hang out with us, man.
They don't have to leave the room and come back in.
Oh, yeah, when you can't pull somebody in the room, nothing is more frustrating. Yo, leave the room and come back.
Work on that shit, Instagram.
So, here for you right now. Wonderful opinionator. Had a great opinion last time she was on the show. Give it up right now for Courtney B. Courtney B, come on in here. How you doing, Law?
I'm well.
Thanks for joining us here in the labs.
I'm unbuttoning as what sits.
What's your unpopular opinion this week, Law?
Okay, so my unpopular opinion this week is that side chicks and side niggas keep marriages going.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm liking this. Hear it out. Okay.
Yeah, so I just basically feel like, you should have them. Like, they're necessary. Like, marriage is nice. That's cool.
Uh-huh.
But marriages do not succeed without them. Like, somebody cheats every time. Like, there's going to be a cheat. So it's cool. It keeps the spouse happy. They come back to you. They're happy. They don't necessarily want to fuck you because they didn't fuck somebody else. Like, you don't have to do all of the work. You know what I mean?
Right. So
Takes the pressure off.
I get it. Yeah. So what is the value of the marriage?
Oh, companionship. Lifelong companionship. You get what I'm saying? So, like, you're with this person till death do us part. Yes, financially you build, you grow. Mm-hmm. But you got your side person. You fuck that person. You don't bring back no diseases.
Yeah,
you get your one person, maybe one, maybe two.
It's like having a landscaping company. You don't want to be mowing the lawn all the time.
Exactly.
Sometimes you just want somebody else to mow the lawn.
The Puerto
Delegating
Rican man is being real
responsibilities.
quiet right now.
Wait, you're Puerto Rican? You know what? Puerto Ricans like believe in like marriage and love and shit. Like I live in a community with a lot of Puerto Ricans, and them motherfuckers always have flowers. Like it don't even have to be Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Them motherfuckers carry flowers just because it's Tuesday. So
We do cheat. Let's get that. I don't, but
That's what I'm about to
do.
say.
Yeah.
I thought it was because Puerto Rican men fuck up is why they bring a lot of flowers.
Latino men are horrible at cheating.
What you mean? Like they
Horrible
get
at
caught a
cheating.
lot?
Like,
Or
they don't
just-
Statistically
care.
speaking, no. They get caught the most because they're bad at it.
Yeah, I heard like they cheat with like somebody across the street.
Good at crime, bad at lying. Good at crime. Good at
Now-
crime. Bad at lying to your wife.
Now, Courtney, have you personally experienced cheating making a relationship better for you? Or have you been involved?
No, not me personally, but I see it all the time. Like I see it. Like I'm like, oh my goodness, this is beautiful because you know, like I'll see a man, he's clearly unhappy, but then he cheats. And it's like, it's balanced. You know what I'm saying? Like he can come home to his boring ass wife, but he got, you know, he has balance. It's like, or like, you know, I see, you know, a woman that's unhappy with her marriage. She goes out, she fucks another man. He talks to her nice. You know, her husband stopped talking to her nice after a year or two. You know how men do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Y'all forget. Y'all be forgetting to do the same shit. Good morning text stop after like 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
y'all be slipping.
You still want a good morning text?
Nigga, I want a
Year
good
7.
morning. Yes.
Year
Yes.
7.
Yes. Because I want to know that you thought about my ass when your funky ass breath was yawning this morning. I want a good morning text.
I like this because this is so on point with everything else that we've been discussing, role reversal, as far as men being, it's okay for men to make less than women. You know what I mean? It's okay for, you know, to reform. So for you to sit here and be like, look, you didn't text me, so I cheated on you.
And to be fair, you're not just
because my
talking about-
side nigga gonna text me good morning because he know how to keep it fresh. See, because I complain about my husband and him. He gonna do all the shit my husband don't do.
Okay, will the side guy, is it possible that a side guy can get stale, or do you think side people know more? Like, look, I know my role. So
Okay,
boom.
so I got this toxic ass situationship, right?
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest, it's toxic as fuck. Right? So he basically like, he ain't going nowhere. He don't give a fuck if I get married. Mind you, I keep telling this nigga, I'm getting married. I'm leaving your ass. I'm getting married. He like, I don't give a fuck. I'ma still be there. Right? So I feel like you need that one that's gonna always, like, I know once I get married that I can always call this nigga. It don't even matter how many years on the road. He was like, I don't even care if I got a bitch. If you call me, I'm leaving her on spot.
Ah,
And that works for me.
you know what's so funny? Yeah, cause I have one in my life like that.
You
like,
keep saying toxic.
I'm not going back to it, but
Right.
you know, like I've had sex with her, and I feel like I be looking on her little Facebook thing with her little family, and be like,
It's always love, but you know you can hit
right.
if you want to. You know what I mean? I just, you know, you look like you faithful. You faithful?
I would like to think so, yeah.
How long have,
I was about to say.
No.
because you get emotionally
I'm
cheated.
all down with the opinion and everything. I'm not. I don't like juggling a lot of things. You know what I mean?
I feel you, I
Like
feel you.
my whole,
White
like
men
I
like
say
it
this
simple.
a lot. My whole life is avoiding inconveniences, and it seems like that's very inconvenient to
You
deal
know
with
what?
like this and then this. You got to worry about these things. I don't like to worry about things.
So, you know, I told my nigga, mind you, I'm saying my nigga because he not my man. Okay? This is not commitment. I told him that I was going to get a white man. I was like, yo, I'm going to go out and get a white man. And he said, I might threaten to kill you, but they actually kill you. So I'm trying to decide if I want to get a white man. You know what I'm saying? Because you sound real faithful, and that is giving white man points right now for me.
Yeah. Also, I wonder like maybe white men don't. I'm going to paint a broad brush here. Maybe white men don't like inconveniences, and to kill someone minimizes inconvenience. Like if you take them out of the picture, like, okay, I might get caught, you know, I might with the murder thing,
yeah.
but that's like maybe low percentage.
worst case scenario, I spend the rest of my life 3 hats in the cot. But figuring out a divorce and then rebuilding my life and starting all over again, nah.
That's a bit convenient.
Right. So just like to, you know, to eliminate something, a part of the equation is easier to some of these white guys. I don't know.
I mean, you were in a suit on a Tuesday, so I take it that you have a good job, yeah?
Oh, no. The theme of this show is we know that
We
people in
dress nice
suits.
because we say shit that people might not want to
Yeah,
hear.
well, we know like people in suits.
And what are you doing here?
All right, here's the deal. We know that people who wear suits are usually trying to hide the fact that they're bad people. So they're obviously hiding, and I'm like, no, I'm a bad person. I just own it.
See, you're almost like a mark. You fell into the trap already.
I did
You know what I mean?
fall into the
You
trap.
were-
I was like, ooh,
You were ready to
nice
go
guy.
down to an abandoned building where, and then there was about to be murder. This is a potential murder. So you learned the lesson and don't
I
trust
did.
white guys in suits.
You would have got me into the white man.
Yep.
But it's cool to trust a white guy in a suit as long as he's with a black and a Puerto Rican. All right, that's what we learned today. Courtney B, thank you for stopping by.
Thanks
Where
for
can the
having
people
me.
find you? What you got coming up?
Make sure you follow me on Instagram at My Life is a Joke TV. I also have my new series, My Life is a Joke Dead Ass, coming out. And yeah, a lot of other projects. So make sure you look out.
All right, dope. I love it, man. Cheat. So, as always, man, people starting to stop by the studio now, and people know we're out here. We're doing our thing, man. And the next guest coming by. Love this guy, man. A favorite. Give it up for Phil Hunt, man. Phil Hunt stopping by the labs. What's happening, man?
Not much, man.
Yeah, he look good. It's good to see people look the same as they did when I left. You know how some people, they be like, what the fuck happened to you, man? Like,
Yeah, we all been locked inside, eating a lot of bad shit,
Yeah, man.
drinking a lot.
So what's your unpopular opinion this week, man?
Unpopular opinion this week. You know me. That Trump should be impeached. I don't think he should be impeached. First off, he likes...
you saying he should not?
No, not for the insurrection, resurrection, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I'm
Right,
sure he
right.
was in court like resurrection. I did not invite any resurrection because he doesn't know shit.
Right.
We all know Pence was the president.
Oh.
Trump was just the spokesperson.
Because he's the head.
Hey, Trump's just a fucking
patsy.
puppet.
He's
But
the
I
fucking
think
patsy.
impeaching him would have actually strengthened him. First off, he likes to brag. Only 4 impeachments, 2 of them were me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't give him another strike. Like, he loved that. and it does nothing but, like, banning shit does not, it just grows the desire for it.
Like the war on drugs.
Boom, like prohibition. People didn't stop drinking.
Yeah.
It just went underground and started drinking.
Yeah, that's what happened. It's like the war on Trump. It just like made things stranger. You know what I mean? Like if you just would have sat there and be like, all right, whatever.
We got to learn to ignore people. I'm no Trump supporter, but I think we've got to learn to ignore them. And we just sound like the boyfriend or the girlfriend that wants to go to small claims court after the breakup. And it's like, are you serious? You're here over a fucking futon?
Yeah.
It got broken. I want the $400. It's like, no, just, do you want to just keep seeing this person?
Yeah.
And that's what it feels like. Like CNN won't let him go. It's like, no, he's our top earner. We gotta.
He is.
We don't have to talk about anything, but just play footage
We're just
of him.
coming off like a fucking girlfriend that wants closure.
Yeah, man.
I want closure. I just want to hear you say you're sorry.
Yeah. The stuff has already been thrown out on the lawn. What are you doing? You know?
George Bush stole a whole fucking election, not one impeachment. So
Which
what do
one?
we
The
got
second
of
one or the
the
first one?
impeachments?
No, 2000.
2000?
George Bush stole that
Straight
one.
up,
My
B.
head was up my ass.
Stole it. We all knew that.
Yeah.
And we just kept going.
I thought he earned it fair and square.
Even he would laugh at that and be like, fair and fucking square. Look, so what do we got? I think it makes us look petty as a country because Bill Clinton, a blowjob, impeached. Trump, I don't even know what he did the first time.
The first time was all this Russia shit.
He's done so much shit that it's just like, what did he?
But the first time, it was like, yo, Russia's helping him out, and they couldn't
Yeah,
do
it just was so much shit. But then when you say a guy stole the whole election, no impeachment, it just makes us look petty.
No, what the reason for this previous impeachment was he was saying before the election, the only way they could beat me is if
Right.
they steal it.
But see, that's the thing. I think it's intellectually dishonest. It's like people say a whole lot of shit. Criminals do criminal shit. Nobody went there because he told them to. Like, you're giving him too much power. It's like acting like he's fucking, I don't know, like he's fucking
Now, to be
Dr.
fair-
Doom or somebody.
To be fair, though, the majority of them motherfuckers that went there specifically went because
All right. So the guy
the
went.
majority of motherfuckers that got arrested were
Okay.
like, yo, he wanted us to do this stuff.
Yeah, but that's so stupid. Like, okay, the guy is getting Fed charges. One of the guys that did it.
They're all getting
Yes.
Once you step past that line, you
gotta
federal
understand.
offense.
Anytime you're in DC, you're getting fed. Like, I would imagine just any crime in DC is a federal crime.
Fed conviction is gonna be a different thing because we know how that shit's gonna work out.
Like even a speeding ticket,
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
like, "Yeah, motherfucker, it was 2
oh,
blocks."
your
from
last
the
name's
White House."
McGillicuddy. You good? You good?
Yeah.
Slap on the wrist.
But yeah, this guy, so he, got hit with the charges, whatever they were, and then he went, "But Trump told me to, and when he told us to leave, I left." And it's like, see, that's why we can't do that. Because no, you're an idiot that did that shit on your own. It's like idiots do idiot shit or criminal shit because they're criminals, not because someone told them
That's
to.
also weird that we get that, not like, because in any other snitching situation, it's not public that person gets to be like, but this person told me, and we're all aware of who they pointed at. You know what I mean? Like, that's pretty weird.
That made me lose respect for them because I thought that was some pretty gangster shit that they did. It's like these fucking politicians every day, they sit and they play with us, both sides, Democrats and Republicans. Oh, they won't pass your stimulus bill. No, they won't pass it. It's like you both won't pass it, and you keep coming out of that office and fucking lying to us. Yeah. They won't even protect our kids with these gun laws. So just for one fucking moment, we got to see a bunch of politicians crawling behind their desks in fear. Yeah. Like, if our kids got to do school shooter drills, then fuck these people.
Yeah, well, the only way we got to that point, though, was that this motherfucker Trump had to be like, yo, y'all got to come down here and y'all got to let these motherfuckers know they stole this shit.
But I don't think so. It's like, you know, if I say, well, I only sold crack because that guy told me to. It's like, no, you sell crack because that's what you wanted. You wanted to make money.
Yeah, you want to take care of your mother.
Isn't if a public official tells you to do it, it's like entrapment at some point in time?
It's definitely, but he told you to do it. He didn't tell you, I'll get rid of the charges. See, now, if you heard that part, then probably go do that. But if someone just says, hey, go do that thing, you can't like go, oh, Cisco told me to do it.
The whole shit would have been avoided if he would have said that, though. Think about that. If he would have went on that rally and he'd been like, yo, we got to fuck shit up. But I'm letting you know right now, I can't pardon y'all.
Crazy
fuck it up
people
too much.
are crazy.
Now, here's the thing. You can't be mad at somebody for taking someone has to attempt that defense.
It's like
for us to know it's not going to work.
It's like the video game thing. Oh, Grand Theft Auto told me to do this.
Yeah.
And Trump's Grand Theft Auto.
But, I don't know. It's like
wanted to steal a car.
He's the commander in chief. If he says, guess what? You're going to war in Iraq. You're going to war in Iraq.
But you have to sign up for the military.
Only if you're in uniform.
But you have to sign up for the military
Wait, but weren't
first.
those people wearing camouflage?
And there's a whole lot of checkpoints.
Every third guy was wearing camo, yeah.
So they were like technically in the army.
Yeah, they were in his army, yeah.
I just think it sets a bad precedent. You know, I could go outside, buy a Biden Harris shirt, and then kick in your fucking window and be like, Joe Biden told me to do this.
Yeah, it's
like,
not going to work, but it's a hilarious attempt. What comes to mind is like when Kevin Spacey got caught doing weird shit, and he was like, but I'm gay. Like, it was like, well, that's a ridiculous defense, but thank you, Mr. Spacey, because that was very entertaining.
Yeah, he did, and even gay people were like, that's not how this shit works.
You know what would work, though, is if you say the voices in my head told me. Different trial there.
Yeah.
Then they're like,
but I think we gotta stop letting crazy people off the hook or criminals off the hook. It's like no one needs to be blamed for them being crazy. Like, remember Pizzagate with the fucking people that went to DC in that pizza shop?
We gotta officially say that didn't happen.
And they banned Alex Jones, and it's like he just says crazy shit. It's not his fault. You believe it. You know, Obama's a lizard man.
We're passing the buck. We're passing the buck for like responsibility, which is like you're supposed to instill that in your children and be like, hey, you don't listen to somebody like that. You know what I mean?
You don't listen to anybody.
Yeah, you can't childproof information or dissemination of it. It's not like an aspirin bottle where you can make it childproof.
We got all these, you know.
You got to depend on people to be adults.
That also makes you wonder because, like, I learned to stop listening to people on TV. Like when Grover used to tell me to go wake my mom up to come so that they can hear about raising, and I got my ass whooped. Like, you don't go wake your mother up who was up all night drinking. You know what I mean? Like,
we give those people Grover, so much credit.
My mom was like, what the fuck? And Grover said, come in here and wake you up to come down because they need money.
This whole country is set up on liability.
They was watching the PBS trial.
I learned at a young age to be like, hey, look, I don't give a fuck what you say, Grover. My mom is not coming down here. I'm not going to get it.
Grover,
by the way, shout out to Grover. He a real one.
Also told us to use Gorilla Glue in our fucking hair. Of just like, you see, it all shit rolls downhill, man.
I love it.
Next
man.
thing you know.
The nerve of her to say, I wasn't trying to get attention. Bitch, what?
You filmed it and uploaded. Was the fucking glue on your fingers?
The
Yeah.
only way.
Get it on the record button?
Done. Yeah.
The only way I'll buy an adult doing that is if they're on the spectrum.
Yeah.
You better be on the spectrum, motherfucker, for me to believe that you, as an adult,
I
could
used
not tell the difference. Like, this is glue. It says right here on the package.
I used to always watch, when
Well-
it said don't try this at home and think, who the fuck would try? And now this is where we are.
In her defense, I've seen this product in Walgreens, Gorilla Snot.
Yeah.
That's a thing that I guess Guidos need to.
Yeah, no, it holds your hair firmly.
Yeah.
Wait, what did this person do?
She put Gorilla Glue in her hair to keep her edges sharp.
But she just made a nice.
Stupid. It's not that she
plastic
did it, it's that she
lamination.
did it on camera and then still uploaded it and all that shit. And I'm thinking,
Yeah.
if I'm in the middle of a tragedy, I'm not uploading
Is that
shit.
a thing now? Do phones automatically upload
No.
shit? Like, because, I mean, people get shot going live, and it's like,
Yeah.
well, yeah, you post that. You know, like,
If you're
someone's
on
still-
live, it's posting. If you're on live, that's the only
But
time.
she
if you're on
wasn't,
live.
I don't think she was
wasn't live.
live.
She wasn't live.
But
She
even
posted
when
this
you
shit.
end a live, it gives you the opportunity to delete this. So, like, when someone picks up a phone off of
So
a man
they
who was just shot and
sent
go,
her
oh, post.
a bunch of money on GoFundMe, and it's like he's saying, of like, well, in order for them to do that, you had to post this video. So how stupid am I to send someone money after they're posting things? And to me, anytime you're posting shit, nothing's wrong with you. You're fine. It's like those people who cry on camera, and it's like, huh? Like, if I'm crying, the last thing I'm gonna do is take out my phone and fucking,
Right.
all right, let me find the right filter or the cry filter. Let me put that on my face.
Yeah, that sounds like a law. If you post it, you're fine.
You're fine.
Right, disregard.
Yeah.
Court adjourned.
She's replying to comments, and people are like,
my
I gotta
God.
send her some money.
I fucking
She's
love
clearly
it.
in distress.
They sent them 13 grand. The surgery was 12 grand. The doctor did it for free. For the
Because
exposure.
it's publicity.
What's it gonna
And,
Another
and
idiot.
see, and then people wonder why Jussie Smollett did what he did. This is fucking why. She got a manager. She got verified. Even those people that were in
She
the
has a
Capitol.
show. She's gonna get a show because of this. I guarantee you.
Even those people that were in the Capitol. It's like, I bet
They're gonna have shows
they're
in
gonna
5
have
years.
TV
Oh, yeah,
shows, books.
storming the Capitol.
when they get out of jail. Cause it's feds. They better go to jail. That's all I'm saying.
We gotta stop rewarding stupidity, man.
I love it, man.
Fucking
That's a good.
rewards.
I mean,
Fucking
if there's
Phil.
money behind it, it's just if no one's gonna be like, you can make money if you hire this person and make them do a TV show. Nobody's like, nah, someone's gonna do it.
Yeah.
Like I thought it was hilarious. Like when they cancel or they were like, some guys from Duck Dynasty did something, and then they were like, we're taking them off the air. But then on the air on that channel was a marathon of Duck Dynasty.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, you're
Well,
making
that's
money
the
off
thing,
the hype.
and that feels like the networks kind of help cancel people so that they don't have to pay them anymore.
That's funny.
Once you hit 100
I don't like this
episodes,
new contract.
be very
Right.
careful. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Once you hit 100 episodes, be very fucking careful.
We've just made being a victim very profitable.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's why Jussie Smollett did what he did. He's in SAG. He's verified. He's got management. That's not enough. He needs to be a victim.
What's he up to now?
The Gorilla Glue girl probably gluing his fucking head. He's gay Tupac, remember?
Gay Tupac.
He's gay Tupac for some
doubt.
reason.
I love it, Phil. Thanks for dropping by, man.
Hey,
Fucking great opinion.
always fun, man.
Where can the people find you at? What you got going on?
I am Phil Hunt. That's where I am
Find
on
him
all
on Twitter,
social
man.
media.
More unpopular opinions on
A
Twitter.
lot
from
of
Phil Hunt.
unpopular opinions. Hey, thanks for having me.
No doubt, man. Thank you. Again, I love the ability to be able to see people that I haven't seen in a while. Here's a guy that I've been seeing on the live a few times. You guys have seen him. He's here for us today to hang out. My good friend Tom Cassidy. Come on, Tom. Slide in here. Oh, got his
The one
own
and only.
hoodie. The Funny-matic hoodie. I like that there. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, hey guys.
Yeah.
I never drove a cab. I'm not trying to. I always try to clean the microphones before I use them.
Yeah.
But I'm good. How you guys doing? Hey, Conrad.
What's up?
Up here, you know.
Hey,
trying to stay
Cisco.
warm.
What's up, B?
Hey, Dave. Listen, man. You guys either got to go all suits or no suits.
You don't like that? I like that. I like the whole
You look like you're
contrast.
fucking Dave's fucking security
Yeah.
detail.
It's that way sometimes, you know.
That's what you want, sure.
Well, he would be more
I'm
of a
his
lawyer.
lawyer
Yeah.
/
I would be
accountant.
security.
Fair enough. Could your producer
with the
be any
tie.
less interested, by the way, over there? He's fucking freaking me out. I feel like you're holding it
Jeez,
down.
Tom, how about
Which is the
stay,
dumbest thing you
stay
could
within
have
the
as a security
confines of the
guard.
show, not
I don't know if you know
Breaking the
this.
fourth wall.
yeah, you're
Secret
riffing.
Service guys have clip-ons. In
Oh.
case you,
Oh, yeah, 'cause they gotta come
this
off.
This is real shit.
Yeah. So what's your unpopular opinion this week, Tom?
You know, it's kind of going off of one of your other guests. I think the news specifically has to stop calling criminals crazy or mentally ill.
Okay.
Because I've been seeing this a lot on the news lately. They're like a lot like the people who've been getting stabbed on the train.
Oh, yeah,
and,
yeah.
The lady reporter was like, you know, a lot of people are saying it's because they're mentally ill, and it's like, yeah, I know, but they're, you know, they're a criminal. Like if someone's about to stab you on the train, you don't want a therapist with you.
Yeah.
You want a cop.
Plus, it's New York. Everybody's mentally ill. Duh. Like,
Yeah. No, it goes without saying. Yeah.
once you assault someone, you cross over into the criminal territory. We're all mentally ill.
Nobody's ever been
Absolutely.
stabbed. Like, tell me about your feelings.
Yeah.
You know what's funny too?
We got to get this guy a prescription for Zoloft.
My daughter was the one who told me about the stabber people. Did anybody die in the stabbing?
Yeah, 2 people died.
No, that's not what I
Yeah.
heard. I heard it's like
No.
I heard it's a serial killer who stabbed 2 people. The survivors describe him as, and I'm like, okay, how are you a killer
Killed
if there's 2 survivors?
slash 2. He tried to kill all 4.
Okay, so there's 4 people.
Yes.
Okay, I thought it was just 2. Okay.
Four people that he attacked. 2 people he killed.
I like the idea of you watching like Black Fox News.
World Star,
Just
baby.
like- yeah, fair enough.
World Star, unbiased, most unbiased website on the internet.
There's somebody on the loose. He probably, like, I don't mean to be a racist. He probably Latino because it's a knife. That's all
Yeah.
I'm saying. Black people shoot you. Puerto Rican
Right.
stab you.
So you were saying like, not focus more on just the crime. Don't start making assumptions about their mental health.
It doesn't do us any good. Like, we're all crazy, like you said.
Yeah.
But like criminals specifically, if you're a criminal, you're mentally ill. Especially if you're a violent criminal. If you're like a burglar, like robbing like museums and shit, you might not be mentally ill. That might get your dick hard and you might be good at it. But if you're a violent criminal, you're mentally ill, and it goes without saying. It just lets the person off the hook.
Yeah, yeah.
Is what I'm saying.
Are they off the hook though? Because I mean, that's the thing. Like, even being a violent criminal and mentally ill, you could be mentally ill. You wild out. Just like being mentally ill is not going to get you out of the consequences, right? Or is that what they're trying to say?
It can be lessened.
Yeah, there's
Well,
the.
how much do we really want? And that's the thing. I know we throw out numbers and years that we want people to do in prison, and it's like, come on, you know my opinion on that. You can't just give somebody 14 years and not check on them. If you give somebody 14 years and you were like, yeah, lock them up, you should be required to check in once a month to see if you still want them in there.
Conrad, you're dressed like a prosecutor. How long do you think someone should go to jail for murdering someone on a fucking train?
You know,
whether they're crazy or not.
I need a lot more, Tom, due diligence.
We talked about this
I need
earlier
a lot
on
more.
the show. You weren't here for this. I was an advocate that we should give people time to redeem themselves. We talked earlier. Malcolm X was a rapist and a thief at 20. And he turned it all around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I will say this about calling them crazy. It also lets the people watching off the hook because they're like, oh, I could never do that because I'm not crazy. But what we don't admit enough is that we all have the evil inside of us.
Right.
Like
So
we're
you're
50%
saying-
good, 50% bad.
'Cause
Everybody's
most of us-
evil.
Most of us see that story and you go, yeah, fuck yeah, I want to stab somebody too. But hearing that they're crazy, you go like, oh, I'm not like that guy.
Also, the
I'm not saying that we all want to stab him.
If it's mental, if he's crazy, if he gets off on it's not death. It's not a death penalty, and it's not life in prison. You have a better chance of getting out if they prove it. If he was just 4 bodies, 4 attacks, no mental condition, I'm just going out today because I feel like doing this.
Right.
They locking him up and throwing away the kid.
If it's not premeditated
and
or
here's
something.
the thing. Total unpopular opinion, but if someone murders someone, goes to jail for 10 years, comes out, murders someone else, like, isn't that kind of like okay? Like, okay, this guy really enjoys murdering people. Let him do that. It's only been 2.
Strike 2.
I'm so hood. I'm like, well, why'd he murder the second person though?
Right. Like it's
Did
like
did the second murder? Did the guy who snitched on him? Is the guy who put him away? I wouldn't even lock him up again. Like,
Right.
He caught him slipping.
Well, no, he definitely has to go back to jail because he wasn't rehabilitated. But all right, ready?
But
No, he was
know how-
fucking getting a snitch.
You know how like we say like we're decriminalizing like drugs.
yeah.
We never like talk about how we should be like decriminalizing criminals. If weed is decriminalized in Oregon, which it is, all drugs are decriminalized in Oregon.
Nice.
All those people who are in jail for those drugs should be out.
I think they do let them out.
They should be decriminalized. They're not all out.
Yeah.
Not all of them. Not if it's a violent felony. Again, because the felony trumps the legality of the marijuana.
I didn't know you had cousins in Oregon.
Yep. I got people everywhere, baby. From the BX to the TX, all over. But yeah, no.
So it
If
doesn't act
you
out.
commit a violent felony, that felony trumps whatever. Like if they
Well, that makes sense.
if they make murder, if they make manslaughter legal and you locked up for murder one, bitch, you ain't getting out.
It's not even that though. If you're in jail for weed, shouldn't you be getting like money when you get out of jail? People are making money off of what you went to jail for, regardless if it was illegal when you did it.
Yeah, but that's also like, if you died while making a suspension bridge and people are still using it afterwards, does your family get money? Like,
Yeah,
nah,
that's
you
what
would
toll
just-
booths are for.
I mean, and this sounds cold and harsh, just as such, you were born in the wrong time. You know what I mean? Like, you were born at a
Yeah.
time where what you were doing could cost you your life, and it did. You know what I mean? And things are better now. Like, I mean, look, I'm in a time where, as a black man,
How
I
are
get to
things
speak
better
freely.
now? Things are the worst they've ever been
You think so?
in a long time.
What did you do today?
I took a bike ride. It was pretty nice. But today was a nice weather day in February. 50-degree weather in February? Forget about
This
it.
motherfucker.
Yesterday sucked.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What do you mean? Everything's closed.
Okay.
You can't do anything.
You can do
Yeah,
whatever
but that's
you
beyond the
want.
circumstance. That's the circumstances beyond our control. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. But yeah,
It's
nobody
the
could have
worst.
planned for that.
It's the worst, and it's also not that bad. You're right.
You gotta free your mind, man. You gotta free your mind, man. You're still caught up in the like you haven't adapted. And this is we were talking about this earlier today, man. Do you remember the game Rough House? Did you play Rough House at all when you were a kid?
With the football?
No, with basketball.
I think I played it more like grumble fumble football.
Okay.
But I have played Rough House. Can you just remind me of it?
It's basically just when there's not enough people to run a game, you don't even have an even number of
Yeah.
people. So it's just like, okay, we're gonna play half court, make it, take it, top of the key. It's a free for all. It's like everybody's for themselves. First one to 21 wins, no fouls called.
Yeah.
So it's a serious adaptation of the game. Like you come out with the intentions, hey guys, we're gonna play basketball. I got my jersey. Is the ref here? Nope. No team. It's you by yourself, and there's no fouls. And I played that more than I've never played in the NBA. So you know what I mean? Like I'm more familiar with that game. And it's just because it's just like adapting, and we learned how to do that at a young age. You know what I mean? Like, hey, this is how we're playing today.
So what are you saying?
Just roll with the punches, man. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, of course, individually, I'm saying collectively, shit sucks.
think so?
Yes.
When's the last time you had some sex?
That's none of your goddamn business.
I mean,
Yeah, I
it's
like
been a
that.
while, you know what I mean? Like, 'cause that's the thing. Like, what else do we need? We ate. We
Yeah,
did
but
that
no,
dick
but
wet.
he's saying because when you're saying it's, I know what Tom's saying. I mean, when the pandemic started, I was like, this sucks, but it's like, no, it sucked for me. Everybody else was like, some other people were like having a good time. They're like, I don't have to go to work anymore, and I can Zoom and do like this is pretty great.
Yeah.
So like,
a lot
I
of
don't
people
know.
made a lot more money than they were making the first
Yeah,
2 months
so-
of the pandemic.
And
So-
they're not happy, yeah, because the money ain't gonna bring it.
So what I'm trying to tell Tom is get your goddamn life together, Tom, because the world is amazing,
Right,
and if
you
it
can-
sucks, it's because you suck.
You can go stab people on the train
I'm
right
talking
now,
about
Tommy.
collectively in the world. Finally, the fucking producer woke up a little
Let
bit.
him,
Jesus
Tom.
Christ.
He's
Fucking
treating
thank
it like
God.
it's a
Cisco's
stand-up
fucking
show.
cousin woke up a little
Tom's
bit.
like,
Jesus
hey, this
Christ.
guy over here. Will you ask him where he's from and what he does for a living?
What's your old crowd work? What's your social security number?
Where are you from?
Nah, man. I mean, listen. I think that you could be right and wrong at the same time too,
Definitely.
and that is Unpopular opinion. That's what
love
it's
it.
all about, baby.
I love it, man.
Hey, Dave, thanks for coming, everybody. I take over. I start wearing a third suit. I have blackface.
Well, what are you
It's an-
wearing? What do you got to promote? What do you got coming
Man,
up?
I got an album that came out last year. It's called Funnymatic. You could check that out wherever. I have a podcast called Top 9 Podcast. It's on, the places that you do that, and Cassidy Comedy, Twitter, Instagram, all that shit.
No doubt, man. All right. I appreciate you coming by, man. Thank you so much, man.
Hey, man, thanks
50
for having me.
Shades of
It's good
Grey.
to see you, Dave. I haven't seen you guys in a while. Conrad, I want my money.
Man, so we've had enough people drop by, man. Make sure you guys tune in every week. This has been Unpopular Opinions. I'm Dave Temple.
Conrad Roth.
I am Cisco Alderando, the T-Rex from the BX.